I'd like to invite the little kids up if they'd like to come here and hear the gospel a little closer. So little people, children, no? Yes? Yes, okay. This side, yes? That side, no? You're not small enough. Okay. So to stand here while we read the gospel. Okay, good. The people in yellow are the singers over there. They led us. Who just led the Eucharist, the song? Very nice. Good job. Yeah, okay. The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. When Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of King Herod, behold, Magi from the east arrived in Jerusalem, saying, "Where is the newborn King of the Jews? We saw his star at its rising, and have come to do him homage." When King Herod heard this, he was greatly disturbed, and all of Jerusalem with him. Assembling all the chief priests and the scribes of the people, he inquired of them where the Christ was to be born. They said to him, "In Bethlehem of Judea. And thus it has been written through the prophet, and you, Bethlehem, land of Judah, are by no means least of the rulers of Judah, since from you shall come a ruler who is to shepherd my people Israel." Then Herod called the Magi secretly and ascertained from them the time of the star's appearance. He sent them to Jerusalem, saying, "Go and search diligently for this child, and when you have found him, bring me word, that I too may do him homage." At their audience finished, the king sent them out. And behold, the star that they had seen at its rising preceded them, until it came and stopped over the place where the child Jesus was with his family. They were overjoyed at seeing the star. And on entering the house, they saw the child, his mother Mary, and Joseph. They prostrated themselves and did him homage. Then they opened their coffers and treasures and offered him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Having been warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they departed for their country by another way. The Gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ. Okay, you guys sit here. Where do you want to sit? Just sit anywhere. Not in your seat, over here. Sit with us. I said anywhere, but I mean, why come close, okay? Can you hear me over there? Can you see me? Okay, good. First of all, okay, were the Magi men or women? What? Men? One man here, that's it? Nobody else has an opinion? You can guess. I mean, you can get. No, that was just, he was just stretching. Okay. Any opinions? Men or women? Men? Okay. Most people say men, okay, because they got lost, first of all. Most people say men because if they were women, they would have asked for directions before they got to Judea. Because they were 9 miles off. The kids being born in Bethlehem, here they are in Jerusalem. So they would have asked for directions. 2, gold, frankincense, and myrrh are very practical. But you know, what does a new family need? Pampers, a casserole, food. So a woman would have brought casserole, food, or Pampers. And another reason we think they were men and not women is because they would have cleaned up the place. They wouldn't have asked strangers for directions. They would have gone to somebody who knows the direction. And who knows the direction of our lives? That we can always go to. Go ahead. Go ahead. God. Beautiful. And today's feast shows us that. Now, you have a nice comment. Oh, go ahead. You have something? Tell me. Jesus. Excellent. How old are you? 3. He's 3 years old, and Jesus leads us and gives us directions. Perfect. What's your first name? Just your first name. No, not you, him. What's your name? Connor. No, not you, Connor. You did a good job. But what's your name? Peter? Peter, who's Peter? Peter's parents. Good job. Good job. Okay, I'm sure all that. Okay, now, so they're looking for a star. They're not looking for a star. Who are they looking for? This is the Magi. Magi are astrologers, people who study the stars and the moon and all that good stuff. That's what astrologers are. A magos, magos is one astrologer. Magi are several. So they brought 3 gifts that Matthew records, but they may have brought other things. Now, I wonder what you would bring little baby Jesus. And probably by the time he was born, this happens after. He's probably around maybe 3, this Peter Boyle's age, or what's your age? 5. He's 5. That's how old Jesus was probably when the Magi arrived, okay? It wasn't the day of, I know usually we have, you don't have, I know it's outside, usually we have the stable and the shepherds and the angels and the sheep and the Magi under the tree. But Jesus was probably, because they didn't go to a stable, they went to a house to see Jesus. Okay. Now, when they got there, they had gifts. Now, what would you have brought Jesus? And I want you, our adults here, think, what would you have brought Jesus? A little kid, maybe 5, maybe 3, but not an infant yet. But even if he was an infant, what would you have brought Jesus? Okay, what would you have brought Jesus? Flowers. Good. Yes? Trays? Trains. How practical. A little kid would enjoy it. Do you have trains under your tree? Yeah. I did. I have LGBs. What kind of trains do you have? Toy trains. Do they connect? Yeah, mine connect too. Mine connect too. They were very fun. And you know what? Every time I have a little cousin or kid come over, they play with them, they go off the track. It's a pain. It's fun. Okay. What would you, what would you bring Jesus? A toy dinosaur. How age appropriate. See, we've got to think that way. What do you bring Jesus? Incense, myrrh, all that good stuff, practical, but he's a baby. Go ahead, what would you bring Jesus? Food, yes. What would you bring Jesus? A blanket? Perfect. Since baby needs diapers, who knows how age he is, will bring diapers. Good, that's good. Okay, okay, we got a lot of gifts in front of Jesus right now. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, think about it. Think about what I would bring Jesus, and I really want them, the adults, the grups, to think about what would you bring Jesus? Because he's not a little kid anymore. He's not even 5 years old. He's a grown man who came back after the crucifixion and lives with us. So Jesus is with us right now. That's why he's God, because he can be with us all the time. And the Magi followed a star. Well, they were astrologers. What you could think of, what would we do to follow Jesus? Would we follow a star? Probably not. What would you... Well, you would follow a camel. Okay, and we see camels walking around the streets all the time, so we'd follow a camel. What would you follow? What would you follow? Go ahead.
I'll follow...
You got to have an answer before you put up your hand. Okay, let's have this deal. Before your hand goes up, you have an answer in your mouth. Go ahead. You forgot that short notice? Go ahead. One more. A map. Good, a map. Excellent. Okay, that's good. So keep the ideas in mind. What would you bring Jesus? What would you bring Jesus? Jesus knows our hearts. He knows our needs. And according to the first reading from Isaiah, the people walked in darkness. Okay, we've got a lot of light out here. This is Florida. We got a light till later than we have up north. But we walk in darkness so often. We walk in the darkness of sin. We walk in the darkness of prejudice. We walk in the darkness of hate. And yet this whole feast is light, about light, and what we have to bring Jesus, to remove the darkness of our lives. He already came. He's with us. Okay, I want you to look around to each other. Just your faces here. Look at your faces. Okay. Tell me, okay, where your families are from. Like, when I was born in New Jersey, but my family came from Sicily in Italy, see? Not where you're from.
I was from Chicago to Florida.
Do you love this kid? You made a gem. One, I lived, this is little Peter Boyle, the 3-year-old. One, I lived in Chicago, and 2 in Florida. Good. Okay, now, go back even further. Where were your ancestors from? One word. What?
My dad's from Italy.
Italy. Go ahead.
My dad.
A little louder.
My dad lives with
He lives with you. Okay, that's good. Where are your ancestors from? The people who came, your relatives, grandparents?
my grandma.
Where is she from? Where was she born? Where?
Ecuador.
Ecuador.
I'm her sister.
You're her sister, so your grandma was born in Ecuador too. Anybody? How about you? France and Norway. And yours? Wait, hold on, Peter. What?
My mom is from Mexico.
Mexico. Excellent. Good. One more. Go ahead.
My parents are from Philippines.
Philippines.
My grandma's from
Germany. Perfect. Now, here's the reason for this holiday. Hold on, Peter. You got the light. You want to keep the light, huh? You are the light. With that hair, you are the light. Okay, now, the reason for this feast day is that, listen to the big explanation, the big word that explains today. Maybe you'll say it with me. The manifestation, let me hear you say that, manifestation of Christ to the Gentiles. The showing off of Jesus Christ, Son of God, to all people. That's why the reading talks about people coming from all over the world, and the second reading from Ephesus talks about us being part of a new revelation that people before us didn't have, because in Jesus, God calls every one of us. Now, every one of us, I want you to do me a favor. Turn to your right and to your left. Some of them don't know how to take orders, but right to your left. Let me see, right to your left. Because we are such a family in the United States, we can see colors and languages and accents and origins, and we're rich with that. That's the United States. God calls us as followers of Christ to be people who respect and love and honor every person we meet. Catholic, non-Catholic Christian, Jews, Muslims, atheists. No matter what color, no matter what language. So God comes, and in His Son, He makes us His family. So you and I are brothers and sisters of God. And what's His Son's name? Jesus. Yes. We're brothers and sisters of Jesus. And when we leave here today, we're supposed to bring the light, think of the light of the manifestation of the star, the light of our faith out there into the world, to the gas station, to the expensive shop, to the mall, to school. Right? Yeah. He's having a grand old time. Why? He's playing with his dinosaur. Now, so God came to us so that we could share our love of Jesus with every person we meet. Oh, don't put a dollar bill in your mouth. It's gross. It's there. Everybody touch that. Yeah, put it in your pocket. Okay? You like that? Did you hire this kid like from Central Casting or something? So God, okay, how about you talk with me? Repeat after me. God sent His Son to us so that we could share our light, which is love, faith, charity, with all people who are our brothers and sisters. You are the manifestation of Christ to the Gentiles. Thank you for helping me today. Go back to your seats. Peter Boyle, let me shake your hand, Peter Boyle. Let me shake your hand. You are a star. Can I sort of pick him up real quick? Okay. Parental, can I pick you up? I'm going to see the people over here don't see you. Wave to them. This is Peter Boyle. Oh, he has to become a priest. You want to be a priest?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. And you'll be up there someday and you wear fancy clothes. You like that? Good. Tell mom and dad, I want to be a priest. Let me hear you say it. Tell them. Tell them.
We are we.
I love it. Go ahead, Peter Boyle. Back to your seat. Who could not enjoy celebrating with children, right? I mean, my God.